Listening Fill in the Blanks.
Let's start.
One day, a dog which was very hungry was crossing the street. Suddenly he saw a shop selling meat. Since the dog hadn't eaten for a few days, he could not control his hunger. When the shopkeeper wasn't looking, the dog took a piece of meat and ran away. The dog ran till it came near a clear stream to enjoy his food. As he was about to eat the meat, he saw his own reflection in the water. He didn't understand that it was his own reflection in the clear water. He thought there was another dog with a piece of meat. So without thinking twice, he opened his mouth to bark at the other dog. As soon as he did that, his piece of meat fell into the stream.
The most important resource in the NPM toolkit was the neem tree, Azadirachta indica, which is common throughout much of India. Neem tree is a broad-leaved evergreen tree related to mahogany. It protects itself against insects by producing a multitude of natural pesticides that work in a variety of ways, with an arsenal of chemical defenses that repel egg laying, interfere with insect growth, and most important, disrupt the ability of crop-eating insects to sense their food. A person who loves reading books can never feel lonely or bored, as books are always there for his rescue. These can easily be carried on the go and can be read just anywhere. Books do not only help kill boredom and avoid feeling of loneliness, but also render knowledge. A person who reads different types of books and indulges in reading regularly is well-learned and worldly wise. He can handle various situations better compared to those who do not indulge in reading.
The primary reason for such increases is what is known as in-season abundance-based management. There are biologists throughout the state constantly monitoring adult fish as they show up to spawn. The biologists are in streamside counting towers, study sonar, watch from aeroplanes, and talk to fishermen. The salmon season in Alaska is not preset. The fishermen know the approximate time of year when they will be allowed to fish, but on any given day, one or more field biologists in a particular area can put a halt to fishing. Even sport filing can be brought to a halt. It is this management mechanism that has allowed Alaska salmon stocks, and, accordingly, Alaska salmon fisheries, to prosper, even as salmon populations in the rest of the United States are increasingly considered threatened or even endangered. This lack of flooding harmed local wildlife. The humpback chub, for example, thrived in the rust-red waters of Colorado. Recently, though, its population has crashed. At first sight, it looked as if the reason was that the chub were being eaten by trout introduced for sport fishing in the mid-20th century, but trout and chub coexisted until Thegland Canyon Dam was built, so something else is going on. Steve Gloss, of the United States Geological Survey, USGS, reckons that the chub's decline is the result of their losing their most valuable natural defense, Colorado's rusty sediment. The chub were well adapted to the poor visibility created by the chick, red water, which gave the river its name and depended on it to hide from predators. Without the cloudy water, the chub became vulnerable. The first hydroelectric power plants were much more dependable and efficient than the plants of the day that were fired by fossil fuels. This led to a rise in the number of small to medium-sized hydroelectric generating plants located wherever there was an adequate supply of falling water and a need for electricity. As demand for electricity soared in the middle years of the 20th century, and the effectiveness of coal and oil power plants improved, small hydro plants became less popular. The majority of new hydroelectric developments were focused on giant mega projects. For the moment, those benefiting most from the spoken corpus are foreign learners. Computers allow lexicographers to search quickly through more examples of real English, said Professor Jeffrey Leach of Lancaster University. They allow dictionaries to be more accurate and give a feel for how language is being used. The spoken corpus is part of the larger British national corpus, an initiative carried out by several groups involved in the production of language learning materials, publishers, universities and the British Library. Numerous authors have written several books on different subjects. Various aspects of the same subject have been touched by way of these books. Reading books can thus provide abundance of knowledge to a person and enlighten him. Many people choose a subject or two and read numerous books on them to learn about them in depth. Others read books on different subjects to broaden their knowledge in general. Books offer abundance of knowledge. People who inculcate the habit of reading books usually take library membership to ensure regular reading.
Research has shown that laughter is more than just a person's voice and movement, and that it requires the coordination of many muscles throughout the body. Laughter also increases blood pressure and heart rate, changes breathing, reduces levels of certain neurochemicals, catecholamines, hormones, and provides a boost to dying immune system. Can laughter improve health? It may be a good way for people to relax, because muscle tension is reduced after laughing. Human tests have found some evidence that humorous videos and tapes can reduce feelings of pain, prevent negative stress reactions, and boost the brain's biological battle against infection.
Like, share, subscribe the channel, and press the bell icon for further updates.